In February 2024, Thai police traced a trafficking network to a compound outside Tbilisi, Georgia. Inside, they found over 100 women. They had been lured with promises of high-paying surrogacy work. Instead, they were held like livestock, injected daily with hormones, periodically anesthetized, and penetrated by machines that harvested their eggs. For 6 months, no pay, no exit, just extraction.
This was not an aberration. This was the logical endpoint of a $320 billion industry built on a single transaction: the rental of a human womb.
Georgia is a country smaller than South Carolina. Its entire population equals that of a mid-sized Chinese city. Yet every day, 5 surrogate babies are born within its borders, registered, documented, and shipped to clients in China, Israel, France, the United States. The planes that depart Tbilisi carry cargo holds of identical baskets. Inside each one, a newborn. The flight attendants call them baby flights. The math is simple. In America, surrogacy costs $150,000. In Georgia, $50,000. The surrogate mother receives perhaps $8,000 of that, 50 times her monthly salary, enough to feed her children for years. The rest disappears into clinics with German incubators, Japanese microscopes, and Australian syringes. Everything imported except the one thing that matters: the woman. Nino is 39. She has 5 children of her own. She left her husband after years of beatings. Now she is pregnant with her 8th child, her 3rd for paying clients. Her body is a map of violence. The bruises on her arms from her ex-husband, the needle marks on her belly from hormone injections, the surgical scars from cesarean sections mandated by contract. She remembers every birthday of every child she has delivered, whether the DNA was hers or not.
The body doesn't know it's someone else's baby, she says. I thought I could say goodbye easily, until the moment came.
She signed the next contract anyway. She will sign the one after that, until her body cannot bear another pregnancy. In the domestic violence shelters of Georgia, recruiters circle like vultures. The government offers abused women exactly 12 months of protection. After that, they are released into a country with 70% unemployment and no social safety net. They have children to feed and nowhere to go. The recruiters know this. They wait. One shelter worker described watching women arrive bruised and weeping, then leave months later with swollen bellies. The math, again: pain traded for pain. One form of exploitation exchanged for another.
The industry calls this ethical surrogacy. A win-win. Infertile couples get children. Poor women get income. Everyone benefits.
But the contracts tell a different story. In Georgia, the law protects clients and agencies. Surrogates are not mentioned. A woman who miscarries at 7 months receives half pay. If the client honors the agreement at all, one surrogate, Maji, delivered premature twins. One died in Georgia. The client took the survivor to Israel, then claimed the second baby had also died. Refused to show a death certificate, refused to pay. Maji sued. Years later, she has received nothing. If the client carries HIV, the agency has the integrity to inform the surrogate for an additional $10,000 from the client. How much reaches the woman? No one tracks this.
Across the border, Ukraine was once the world's surrogacy capital. Then the war came. Bombs fell on maternity wards. Surrogates were moved to basements and bomb shelters. The air raid sirens made surgeons' hands tremble during cesarean sections. The agencies sent one message to their clients: we don't need more deaths.
They meant the babies, not the women. Katerina is a Ukrainian surrogate. When the invasion began, she fled to Poland with other refugees. But she cannot stay. Her contract requires her to return, to deliver a child that may be abandoned if it has any defect, to a client who may never come. After the birth, she will travel to Lviv. Her own son, age 6, is waiting. The babies who are abandoned become stateless. Ukrainian law grants them neither the surrogate's citizenship nor the client's. They cannot be adopted locally. They wait in institutions until age 7, then transfer to orphanages for disabled children. Products returned to sender, warehoused indefinitely. In China, surrogacy is illegal. This has created a parallel economy. Underground clinics operate from luxury villas with basement operating theaters, AI-powered egg selection systems, and counter-surveillance equipment that can wipe servers in 10 seconds. One raid in Hangzhou found a temperature-controlled embryo storage unit worth millions, blood-stained surgical tables, and stacks of forged birth certificates. The villa's monthly rent, $12,000. Profit from a single surrogacy, $450,000. The clients are wealthy men, entrepreneurs, executives, the willfully unmarried. One tech mogul, Xu, appeared in a California court seeking parental rights for 4 unborn babies. Records showed he already had 8 children through surrogacy. In a video hearing, he stated his goal, more than 20 children, preferably male, to inherit his empire. When the agency later clarified his total, the number was only around 100.
The judge denied his petition. This was unusual. Most proceed without scrutiny.
Another billionaire, Wang, spent tens of thousands purchasing eggs from American models and musicians. He fathered 10 daughters through surrogacy. His stated purpose, to raise them as marriage prospects for future world leaders. Children as portfolio assets. Wombs as manufacturing equipment. The price lists are detailed. In one Ukrainian clinic, sex selection for 2 attempts costs 49,900 euros. Unlimited attempts runs 64,900 euros. The website reads like an e-commerce platform. Add to cart. Checkout.
A 17-year-old Yi ethnic minority girl in China was told she was being taken for cosmetic surgery. She woke up pregnant. A forced surrogacy for a 50-year-old man.
Deaf-mute women are sold at a 40% discount. The agencies note their advantages. They cannot communicate, cannot complain, cannot resist, lower risk. What does this do to a society? In Georgia, 80% of the population is Orthodox Christian. The church condemns surrogacy as sin, yet the industry grows. Women hide their pregnancies from neighbors, from family. They are called child sellers. They are shunned. Their own children watch. They see their mother's belly swell, then flatten. They ask where the baby went. What do you tell a 5-year-old? That mommy's body is a rental property? That the baby was never theirs to keep? A Chinese couple hired a surrogate named Shan Shan. They sent an intermediary to check on her. The intermediary bought expensive groceries, new clothes, toys for Shan Shan's daughter. But when she offhandedly reminded Shan Shan that the baby belonged to the clients, not to her, something shifted in Shan Shan's eyes. She went quiet. She stopped protesting the expensive gifts. She followed the intermediary through the store, like a ghost.
Her daughter, 3 years old, pressed her face against her mother's belly and whispered, "Baby," in Georgian.
The clients flew in for the birth, collected their child, left within a week. Shan Shan wept for days. Then she signed another contract. In the final scene of a documentary about Georgian surrogacy, a newborn lies in a row of identical cribs. His Chinese parents have not yet obtained legal clearance to collect him. He will wait 1 or 2 months in the facility. He has never been held by the woman who carried him. The contract forbids her from touching the baby after delivery.
That woman, Nino, has already signed her next agreement. She explained that she closes her eyes when she signs. She has to picture her children's faces. It is the only way she can do it.
The footage cuts to the streets of Tbilisi. People selling fruit, homemade cakes, secondhand baby strollers, everything for sale. A child walks through the frame, pushes open a door. Inside, his mother sits on a bed. Her belly is rising again.